Can you tell that they are twins? No? They are really twins. Give them a warm applause, come on.
With great pleasure, we are going to present you our project, the DNA of the city. No doubt, any new space should organically fit into the existing environment surrounding and emphasize the vital relationships among new buildings and the site. So, first of all, we try to understand what kind of genetic information Al-Jadaf area does already carry in itself. And the answer was exactly on the surface. Sun, wind, sand, and water, for essential natural ingredients of surrounding, which help us to keep the identity of this territory. But how? These unique for Dubai elements are very aggressive for people in its original form. So, we combined them and found new mixed products like thermatory, vortex, plants, and fresh air, which we hope will be effective for people. We use the power and approach of nature as a basis for creating innovative architectural solutions for cultural village. Natural forms, which we interpreted creatively, helped us to make the exciting design. Please see the functional zoning that is special for different social zones. The curvilinear composition reflects the bionic model with the transit corridors. There are a lot of local access points to the water and variety water spray devices, which are created in order to improve the microclimate. It is possible due to the resource that accumulated by the water seers. Specifically oriented groups of buildings create set of airflows, providing passive ventilation of central zone. Time variable shading of internal space inside the central group of buildings make possible to develop internal vertical garden in it. This beautiful garden is natural filter and clean dusty streams. Houses angled onto each other without self-shading. Roof and slopes turn differently in order to collect the maximum of solar energy. The kinetic adaptive facade is in contact with the outside environment. It reacts on sunlight and changes lighting levels inside the buildings and provides thermal and visual comfort. Shape of building guarantees absence of unusable space inside. Streamlined element organically designed in biomorphic way. Do you remember our found mixed products from nature? One of them is vortex mation. That inspired us to create unique building shape. Complex of 13 buildings has only 4 typical units. This solution is practical and cost-effective, and it's enough to achieve the architectural complexity in the volume composition. We developed only 3 types of floors for all buildings. It gives us opportunity to keep the scale and get dynamic structure of facade. Also, we pay a lot of attention to close library. Central 8 buildings are connected by floor slabs and set up connection between buildings. That creates additional public space. This makes people happy to spend time there in hot periods. Our 3-part complex symbolically reflects the 3-element approach of Expo 2020. This sustainable approach is when all social groups would be satisfied. The central part of complex created with additional comfort. Lateral groups have financial affordability. Cultural village will become a center of gravity for tourists, and it will help to develop Al-Jadaf area. According to the Al-Safat standard, we provide underground parking with mechanical ventilation and special carbon dioxide sensors. All ground floor space provides access to services, cultural and educational possibilities. Our complex have adaptive units whose internal design may vary. There are 5 types of the apartments for different sizes of families. Example of the penthouse shows how we maximize the useful living space. Unique layout creates biomorphic associations. We keep the optimal distance between the closed buildings and provide a panoramic view from the window. The privacy is achieved due to a system of low-level tones of buildings. Principle of thermatory, the main prototype of our architectural complex. We use types of their functionality for our buildings. As a result, we achieved a wonderful, comfortable conditions with great additional results, energy efficiency results. In order to achieve visual comfort, we use the double skin facade with Saint-Gobain triple glassing, light surface materials, kinetic elements, and the roller shutters. Thermatory has various ways to balance heat exchange with the environment, and it's with minimal effort. And this fact inspired us to find solutions to ensure the thermal. I will start. Thermatory has various ways to balance heat exchange with environment by minimal effort. And this fact inspired us to find solutions to ensure the thermal comfort of the buildings. Also, we offer additional alternative sources of energy. Ventilation and air filtration is provided by wind turbines, filters, badgers, and internal garden. Water sewers collect condensate water and help to save water sources. For irrigation vertical garden, we calculated grey-water reuse. We use non-combustible construction materials and also achieve fire safety with special ISOVA products, fire alarm and circulate sensors. For acoustic comfort, we use a sound-absorbing false ceiling ISOVA insulation, Saint-Gobain ventilation pipes, and vegetation as a buffer zone. Thermal breaches are avoided because of airtight enveloped constructed, and with using Saint-Gobain MultiComfort solutions. As a combination, traditions and modernity, Majlis appears in our project as an example of Arabian hospitality. We decorated the internal walls with ornament illumination in original ways. Also, the dome-shaped overlapping is another link with Arabian culture. Moreover, our territory has shipbuilding spirit. The interpretation of the embankments element at sea style will help to amplify its historical context. Also, genetic code was in a canopy of photogalvanic materials, which demonstrates the lines from national poetry. Thank you.